Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever the heck you are. I took the day off to rest, rejuvenate because my sleep schedule is all types of topsy turvy and tossed every which way but loose. But I wanted to pop in because we got to talk about this. Oh my God! Now I saw a lot of people talking about it. But what I did not see was them giving the actual factuals. And who better than to tell you what really went down than your girl, the queen be herself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is probably the only video y'all gonna get today. Okay, I really needed that rest. But I wanted to talk about this because, oh my God, they doing whatever they can to try to bury this story. So word on the curb is on Independence Day, on July 4th, these folks, after planning an ambush on the Prairieland Detention Center in Alvarado, Texas, near Fort Worth, were planning a mutiny, or what is it called? Arbitrary mutiny, some smack like that. These are the 10 suspects. Now, the reason why this is such a big thing is because this was an ICE detention center in Texas. And the way these people showed up and showed out, when I tell you spicy whites are everything, I love me a good spicy white. And the reason why I call them spicy whites is because they white people that use their caucasity and they point it in the right direction like it's a wand to make the human race better. Instead of using their white privilege to make everybody's life a fucking misery, they use it to make the human race better. So boom. So the way that the story goes is that some of these people already were in this group on this particular app, right? And they have been in this group for years, just recruiting people. And then a couple of these people went to a protest and got randomly invited into this group chat in which they all was like, planning this for about 2 years. They was planning this whole situation, because when I read the details, I'm like, they couldn't have just came up with that overnight. And it turns out they didn't. They was planning it for about 2 to 2.5 years. So what ended up happening on the day, they rolled up in a red Hyundai and some all blacked out some other cars or whatever, some other brands or whatever the case may be. And they pulled up in some Kevlar vests, some AK-45s and AK-15s, rifles, bitch. Went in there like it was Call of Duty and got the cat. You know what I'm saying? Like real school shooter type shit. No, that was insensitive. But I need y'all to really understand. Like it was crazy. It was brazy. The way that they explaining it on Fox, they like, this was crazy. Two of them got charged with attempted murder of a government official. Why? Because one of them got aimed so good they shot the dude in the neck. Shot him in the neck. Took his ass down. They knew he had on Kevlar and shot him in the neck. I said, damn. That shit personal. Somebody family member in there. That is personal. It's given personal. Somebody's family member is in that facility. The other one almost died. They was able to save his life at the hospital. They didn't say exactly where he got shot, but both of them got shot in not superficial wounds, because superficial wounds are like at the surface, something you could quickly heal from. They got shot in like places that really should have took them out. But they was able to be saved. And then there was a few other people that got shot. So they got two people got hit with attempted murder. Baby, they ran up in this place and planned on letting everybody go. That was the plan. They were supposed to let everybody go. They were supposed to get to the control panel and let everybody go. It was supposed to be a full-on mutiny. I got the article, I swear to God. Baby, they shot 20 to 30 rounds of bullets. Shot the whole place up. Shot the club up. Shot the whole club up. So if you've been hearing about the ICE agents being terrified that they gonna get doxxed, because they have been getting doxxed, I ain't gonna hold you. Then we had the Haitians that ran a fade on them in the middle of the street in broad daylight. Whooped their ass. And whooped it good. Whooped it so good that them ICE agents left, then sent down black folks. And then the black folks that came there was like, we just want to talk. We just want to, they had the black folks that went down there so terrified that they just wanted to talk. They sent our own in there to go get the people because they was too scared. And then it looked like, the black people was like forced to be there because the way that they was, canoodling with the Haitians, they was like, look, man, I just work here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even trying to take it. They was like, yeah, but you better get your ass up out of here. And I mean fast. You know what I'm saying? Be lucky that we letting you leave alive. That's the energy that them Haitians gave. Now we got the spicy whites running into detention centers. And of course they want to bury the story because the more people that know about it, the more incidences are going to pop up. In addition to that, they also had those Mexican communities in LA. And there was some in different parts of California where they was running down on them ICE agents, like the communities. And it wasn't just the Mexicans that was doing it. It was the Mexicans and their neighbors. Like their Caucasian neighbors was like running down on these ICE agents, like flattening their tires, busting their windows, all that. Shooting the cars with paintball guns, shooting the windshields, walking up on them. I know y'all saw the vans that came out that had soldiers inside of there, and them white folks looked them dead in their face and told them to get in the street and get busy with them. They don't give a damn. You're not taking Javier. That's my neighbor. You're not taking him. Period. Okay? Because if you tried, you're going to have to catch these hands. How about that? I was confused and proud at the exact same time. I said, now that's how you do it. Each one teach one. Serve them hands up and let them see what it's like to really, really have to face the American people. I keep trying to tell these people overseas, y'all be thinking y'all tough, but y'all ain't really tough. Y'all ain't really about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really not about that shit. Over here is the wild, wild west, and we really get busy with the laws. They know it's only so far they can take it. They know it's only so far they can take it before their lives are at risk. So right now, a bunch of the ICE agents are quitting in droves because they terrified. Somebody said to an ICE agent, swear to God, no lie, I saw it on Twitter. It was not AI. Somebody said to an ICE agent, his family or his address, his family's members' names and everything. And they said, we're going to show up at your crib. Ate it up, girl. I'm not welcoming that. I'm not saying that was right, but what I am saying is you knew what the risks were. You still decided to do it. And it's clear you knew what the risks were because y'all covering up y'all faces and doing everything y'all can to try and, you know what I'm saying, like protect your identity. And look what it did. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Let's keep going. So Johnson County Sheriff's Office, who basically submitted the documentation for them to be, held accountable for this, basically dropped their names underneath the picture, all 10 suspects, which, just in case y'all want to make t-shirts or something, it's like I'm screaming freedom into their freedom, you know what I'm saying? In addition to U.S. Attorney's Office charged an 11th suspect, Daniel Rolando Sanchez Estrada, with concealing evidence because, basically, they was asking him, like, did you know what happened? He said, I ain't no snitch, bitch. Like, nah, I don't know what happened. They can't charge you with obstruction of justice. But just because they charge you don't mean you actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're innocent until proven guilty. He still got his trial date. On Friday night, the heavily armed group lured 2 unarmed ICE agents into a parking lot by firing a barrage of fireworks at their door and spray painted graffiti on their personal cars with the words traitor and ice pig. And they do have a photo of that car. Damn! Not so fun when the rabbits got the gun, huh? That's crazy. And y'all doing all this for what? You don't even get paid enough to be taking these kind of hits. These people planned this ambush for 2.5 years with open access to firearms. Thanks to the exact same party that is paying you to do this, they were able to get everything that they needed and then some, including Kevlar vests to do this to you. Yikes on the bikes. You want to know my prediction? It's going to start happening a lot more. We're going to start seeing a lot more. A lot, not just quits, but a lot, even after y'all quit, it's going to be a lot more people's information getting leaked about when you were doing things, like y'all going to have to go on the witness protection program because people are angry right now. And we know how nasty American citizens can get when they collectively, when we can't even agree on the president. We can't agree on laws. But one thing we can agree on is that if you fuck with one of ours, baby, that's your ass. Know that. Know that. Especially about these babies. That's your ass. For real. Let me know what y'all think, y'all. This crazy.